Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
Stephen Jones has stern message about Dak Prescott's future with Cowboys. The gridiron marriage between quarterback Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys appears to be one that's built to last. After yet another playoff flameout this season, questions abounded about whether or not the Cowboys would make any major changes. Team ownership showed their commitment to head coach Mike McCarthy last month. The Jones family is keeping that same energy toward their longtime QB1. Prescott is entering the final year of the 4-year, $160 million contract he signed in 2021. While speaking to reporters Tuesday at the NFL Combine, Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones affirmed the team's dedication toward coming to terms with Prescott on an extension. "Our whole thing with Doc is him being a Cowboy," Jones said, via John Makota and Alex Andreev of The Athletic. "That's all that's on our mind." Jones added that the Cowboys have yet to even consider the thought of any future without Prescott on their roster. Prescott is slated to reset the quarterback market with a monstrous projected annual salary for his next deal. The 30-year-old performed at the level deserving of such a figure during the regular season. Prescott led the Cowboys to a 12-5 record after arguably the best season of his career. The 8-year pro led the NFL in passing touchdowns with 36, while his 4,516 passing yard total was third in the NFL. He finished second in NFL MVP voting behind Baltimore Ravens QB Lamar Jackson. Cowboys predicted to sign Panthers LB to address biggest need. The Dallas Cowboys have one of the best rosters in the NFL, but adding a Carolina Panthers standout could take them to the next level. Dallas' talent on defense is significant, but there is a weak spot, linebacker. The Cowboys tried several solutions for the LB group in 2023, but nothing really stuck. That's why Pro Football Network's John Fields believes the team will pursue Panthers LB Frankie Luvu. Linebacker was far and away the Cowboys' biggest concern throughout the 2023 season as injuries left the room plenty thin, and it looks to require a significant overhaul this offseason, Fields wrote on February 25. Luvu would be a strong piece to anchor the room after carving out a key role over the last 2 seasons with the Carolina Panthers. Although the Panthers may make a push at bringing him back, joining a Dallas team that's more likely to contend, and playing a key role in that pursuit, could appeal to Luvu. Luvu is just now entering his prime at 27 years old, which means he's expecting a sizable deal. But in terms of filling the Cowboys' absence at linebacker, there may not be a better candidate. From undrafted free agent to Panthers starter, Luvu first entered the NFL in the 2018 draft cycle as a Washington State product, but went undrafted. The New York Jets picked him up shortly after, and he went on to make the team's practice squad before being elevated for 14 appearances that year. Over 3 years in New York, Luvu only started 4 games but got plenty of developmental experience with 40 total appearances. Looking for a more significant opportunity led him to Carolina in 2021. Luvu is just now entering his prime at 27 years old, which means he's expecting a sizable deal. But in terms of filling the Cowboys' absence at linebacker, there may not be a better candidate. From undrafted free agent to Panthers starter, Luvu first entered the NFL in the 2018 draft cycle as a Washington State product, but went undrafted. The New York Jets picked him up shortly after, and he went on to make the team's practice squad before being elevated for 14 appearances that year. Over 3 years in New York, Luvu only started 4 games but got plenty of developmental experience with 40 total appearances. Looking for a more significant opportunity led him to Carolina in 2021. After impressing in a backup role once again that season, Luvu has established himself over the past 2 years. After 19 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, a forced fumble and an INT in 2022, Luvu followed up with another exceptional year. According to Pro Football Reference, Luvu set a career best with 125 tackles in 2023, while also forcing 2 fumbles, swatting 5 passes and adding another 5.5 sacks. Luvu's stats and tape show the same thing. He is now disrupting offenses in not just one aspect, but in multiple areas of the defense. Can Cowboys afford Luvu? Like any of the best free agents, Luvu is expecting a big contract. Considering he entered the league as a UDFA, he has all the more reason to push for the biggest contract possible before he runs out of juice. Spotrac estimates that his market value is worth $11.2 million per year, and that a 4-year deal would be most likely. That's not an insane ask, especially since that deal would only make Luvu the 9th highest paid LB in the NFL. But while that seems like a good value, the problem is that the Cowboys just don't have a lot of cash to spend. There are other things to address, like the future of QB Dak Prescott, not to mention the need to improve elsewhere on the roster. Luvu isn't out of the realm of possibility, but Dallas is $4 million over the salary cap. Until they take the necessary steps to fix that, Luvu or other major free agents are secondary priorities. Cowboys to meet with pending free agent Tyron Smith soon to keep him in Dallas in 2024. The Dallas Cowboys have many objectives to accomplish on their offseason agenda when it comes to contracts. Ideally, the team hopes to reach an extension with QB Dak Prescott, WR CeeDee Lamb, and LB Micah Parsons. By agreeing to extensions with these players, it would not only be ensuring more years in Dallas for their all-pro players, it would also be providing more immediate cap relief in 2024. Not only do they hope to extend their star players, the team has several pending free agents. Most notably, their longtime star left tackle Tyron Smith is due to hit free agency. When asked at the NFL Combine about Smith's future, Cowboys EVP Stephen Jones said the team plans to sit down with him in the near future with the intent of keeping him in Dallas for the 2024 season. Smith has played 13 seasons for the Cowboys, and throughout that time he has been one of the best left tackles in the NFL. Throughout his career, he has 5 All-Pro selections and 8 Pro Bowl selections. His most recent All-Pro selection came in 2023, where he was selected to the AP All-Pro second team. The big concern for Smith has always been his health, as he has not been available the entire season for the Cowboys since 2015. To put that into perspective, Smith has not been available for an entire season once in Prescott's entire career in Dallas. However, this past season was an improvement for Smith in regards to physical health. His 13 games played is the most he has played since 2019, as he only played 4 games for the team in 2022. It makes sense for the Cowboys to try and bring Smith back for the 2024 season. Left tackle is arguably the second most important position in football for right-handed quarterbacks, as they protect their blind side. If Smith is healthy, he is the best option the Cowboys have at the position, and is still one of the better players in the NFL on the offensive line. If the Cowboys can sign him to another incentive-heavy contract, it would be big for a team hopeful to contend for a Super Bowl in 2024.